What is money? The root of all evil, a terrible master, but an excellent servant. Time is money. Money is scarce. Money is an illusion. All these are famous statements about money. So why wasn't I taught in school about money? Don't worry. This video is made for us to learn about what money is. There is no doubt that money is an important aspect of our lives. We need money to settle our fees, pay our hospital bills, buy our dream house and car, and the list is endless. We need to know more about such an essential thing in our lives. Let's go back in time to how it all began. Before the advent of money, goods and services were exchanged through the barter trade. The barter system hinged on the double coincidence of wants. For a successful barter transaction, both parties must want what the other is offering. Smart one, I think you have figured out the challenges with this trade system. The barter system was inefficient due to the double coincidence of wants. Let's say Party A wants to trade his car for a mobile phone. Party B, who is interested in the car, is offering a laptop. The exchange won't be successful because that's not what Party A wants. They both have to search for different parties or come the next day or the next until there is a trade where both are interested in what each party is offering.
Wait a minute. You mean trading a car for a mobile phone? That must be unfair.
You are right. The barter system did not reflect the fair value of what each party is offering in the trade. And that's not all. As you can see, our money is used for more than just transactions. It is regarded as a valuable store as well. In the barter system, it wasn't easy to store wealth. If a farmer wants to trade vegetables, let's say onions, which have a limited shelf life, the farmer must find someone who wants onions before they spoil. If the farmer is not able, the onions lose their value as time elapses. The farmer can't store his wealth for a long time. This was a huge problem. Humanity needed to find a better way to trade.
I see. This is where money comes in.
Wow, genius. You figured it out. This is where the concept of money comes in. People realized that commodities such as silk, cereal, cocoa beans, salt, silver, gold, copper, and many more were commodities of greater demand. When you own such things, you could trade them for your desired commodities. Commodity money is the term used to describe these goods. What do you think the problem with commodity money was? Did I hear you say something like scarcity or abundance?
This economics word again. Why should scarcity be a matter of concern in commodity money?
Well, for something to be of value, it needs to be scarce. Let's say a tomato farmer will move from growing tomatoes to growing cereal. Now that the farmer is aware of cereal being a commodity money, this switching to farming commodities of high demand made these commodities abundant in the market. This made those commodities less valuable, and most traders were more or less offering the same commodity for trade. But not all commodity monies were in abundance. Commodity money like bronze, gold, silver, and other rare earth metals were scarce, and hence were of high value. These rare earth metals were now used as commodity money because of their scarcity and high value.
I now understand why money needs to be scarce. This is fun. Let's continue.
How much a particular rare earth metal was worth was measured according to its weight. The greater the weight, the more the value. Around 771 BC in China, the first coin was issued. It was made of bronze with a round shape with square holes. Its value was based on its weight. The currency was Qin. The first Qin coins equaled a half liang, about 7 grams, hence their name, ban liang. When monarchs realized the potential of coinage to elevate their stature and increase their authority, monarchs started issuing coins made of metals like gold, silver, and copper, with symbols representing the actual weight of the coin.
Why is money an illusion if its worth depends on the weight of a precious metal?
These precious metals became scarcer, and there was high demand for these coins. Kings started mixing the precious metals with other cheap metals. Now these coins were not worth their actual value. Their value was what the rulers said they were. The concept of money as an illusion emerged.
Wait a minute. You didn't mention anything about notes.
IOU meaning I owe you. The era of international trade became dominant. The coins were heavy to carry and not safe to carry such huge sums of money for distance travel. Monarchs started issuing IOU certificates for international trade. Because these papers were issued by kings with their signatures or stamp, people trusted their value and could trade them for coins. These papers became more in the system, and people could trade them for anything because of their value. In place of IOU certificates, governments started issuing currency notes for different denominations. These notes were not made from any precious materials, but had the government's signature or stamp.
I now understand why there is a signature on currency notes. What is the reason for the disparity in currency value?
That's a great question, IOU. In the international market, when they realized that the coins of other kings were mixed with other metals, the value of those coins became less in the global market. The value of a currency is impacted by market rumors.
What about the notes? How was their value determined?
For smooth international trade, a metric had to be placed for the determination of the value of a particular currency note. The gold standard, which started in England around the turn of the 19th century, was the first real global system of currency valuation. The value of the British pound was directly the value of gold. Under this standard, the amount of money a country could issue was limited by the amount of gold it held in reserves. Under the gold standard, currencies had fixed exchange rates based on their gold content. This made international trade more predictable and stable.
All right, so that's why certain nations possess gold reserves.
This concept is explained in the Netflix series Money Heist. In the United States, $1 was pegged at exactly 1/50th ounce of gold.
Why is the US dollar established as the global reserve currency?
In 1944, in the aftermath of World War II, representatives from 44 countries gathered in Bretton Woods to establish a landmark international monetary and financial framework. aimed at promoting global economic stability and growth. The agreement established the US dollar as the world reserve currency. The agreement aimed to establish a system of fixed exchange rates where currencies were pegged to the US dollar, which in turn was convertible to gold at a fixed rate of $35 per ounce. In terms of global trade and investment, this was meant to bring stability and predictability. In 1971, U.S. President Richard Nixon announced that the U.S. would cease to peg the dollar with gold, effectively ending the gold standard and the Bretton Woods system. This is where money as an illusion was born. Countries can now print huge sums of money without pegging it with gold. The currency's value is what the banks and the government say it is. Printing more money means it is abundant in the system, causing inflation because people will solely trade their goods for huge sums. While the gold standard is no longer in use, countries continue to hold gold reserves for economic security, stability, and diversification. Countries still use the US dollar as a currency reserve due to the US's strong economy and political stability. You now understand why money is scarce and an illusion. Although money is considered an illusion, not having it is a reality.
Wait a minute. What about the banks? How do they control our money?
I will cover that in the next video. Click on the bell icon to subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to share this educative content with friends and loved ones.